Tales of Xillia was another one of those bucket list kind of games for me. The original timing of it was weird as shit, which caused me to pick it up and drop it almost immediately, thanks to coming out in North America in the same month as the early access of Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. Naturally, this shit caused me to not finish Xillia. I'll be honest, I dropped that shit as quick as I picked it up, leaving it on the back burner until it became nothing more than a distant memory and another game on the I'll get to it one day backlog. Lo and behold, a decade later, my time is slightly more abundant and I can actually do more shit with my life when the lads at Bandai Namco would drop a well-timed Tales of Xillia remaster for me to fill the void with. I'm gonna be real too. It's not bad either, despite me noticing some weird-ass shit with the game. I think that I found it to be a little slow, if anything, until maybe halfway through the game, but it was an overall enjoyable RPG for the most part. Since this is an old-ass game now, I'll just run through an overview of some shit. In the game, you get to choose from either a dude named Jude or a girl named Mila. For my playthrough, I picked Mila because I can. The game sets us in a place called Remastered, where the previously mentioned Jude meets Mila, a human reincarnation of a spirit lord named Maxwell, who's out to destroy a weapon called the Lance of Tresnik, which is a device that uses technology that drains mana from spirits. And with that, I'll be completely fucking honest with you all. I really didn't know what the hell to make of this game on first glance. Naturally, I remembered basically nothing since I had last touched Xillia over a decade ago, so it was basically like going into a game fresh. A lot of the introduction phase I found to be whatever, and the pacing of the game felt like a bit of a slog with some cringy moments and boring-ass side quests that made me sigh more than anything else. That is, until the end of Chapter 2, when shit in the game started going fucking wild and all the crazy-ass anime started happening. At that point, it felt like things got real enough for me to feel like I gave more of a shit about Xillia. I know hardcore Tales enthusiasts might find my view of this game to be a letdown, but up until that point, I was running on fumes. That being said, I don't really know if it was because of the Tales action RPG combat or if I just had nothing better to do so I couldn't have given two fucks else, but I did have fun running around killing shit. The game's world is okay too. I think some of the area design is a bit fucking annoying having to climb shit and crawl through openings to grab chests, but it's whatever. All the loot and stuff helps too, since you could trade it to shopkeepers to level them up so you can buy better gear and shit for your party. I also wanted to make a mention of some of the weird ass shit I noticed with the game's graphics. I don't know if it was like this in the original version of Xillia, but the remaster had this fucking odd vignette and what looks like some kind of filter that doesn't cover the entire screen. I'm not really overly bothered by this since I've seen worse shit in other games, but I would hope that this kind of thing gets fixed because it looks unprofessional as fuck to leave on the game. So yeah, in closing, I think Tales of Xillia is a pretty decent Tales game. If you want a score from me, I'd say it's an 8. And for a pretty nice looking remaster that's priced at $39.99, it's not really something that feels offensive on the wallet. You could spend your money better and worse, so it's whatever. If this shit looks like your kind of game and you like the Tales series, then fuck it, give it a shot. I'd personally say that Xillia is better than games like Arise, but let's be real, it doesn't fuck with other entries like Vesperia, Destiny, or even the God King itself, Symphonia. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of things I did like about Xillia, but there were also things that offset the high points and more interesting aspects of the story and make the game feel sluggish at times too. I'd say that for me personally, this really involves more of the traversal and monotonously underwhelming side content more than anything else. Even with shit like being able to fast travel, I felt like there needed to be ways to get around quicker. And I know this might seem like a strange complaint considering the game was kind of short, but fuck it. I'm a whiner, so I'm gonna cry about it. I would have been more satisfied if all these distracting fucking green exclamation bubbles scattered around the map weren't there at all. It's an OCD trap that I didn't appreciate in my game, and it pissed me off probably more than it should have, and made it so that I couldn't appreciate the world as much when I had to have my journey interrupted by some fetch quest bullshit. But yeah, this isn't something that's gonna break the game too much, as it's probably a personal complaint. I did enjoy Tales of Xillia and hope that Bandai Namco continues their remastering with Xillia 2 in the future so I could try that shit out too. But until then, I'm gonna go find something else to bitch about.